Hi everyone, we are back with another update from our project in Ecuador. As you can probably tell, I'm not in Ecuador at the moment, but we are an intercontinental team on this project. So sometimes it's me bringing you the updates, sometimes it's Fredy, sometimes it's the two of us together, or even other guys from our Mossy team. So since the last time we checked in, this was back in September when we bought additional 15 hectares of land. We had been quite busy. One of the main things that happened was our first community event. This was an educational event focused mainly around birds, and we decided to hold this event at the occasion of the Global Big Day, which is a global citizen science birding event. So before the Global Big Day, we had 2 days of educational activities where we invited children from schools from 2 local communities. So we had over 50 children at our base. So it was quite an energetic, busy 2 days. And for this event, we also invited people from Association PAU. These are essentially volunteer educators and birding enthusiasts who do this sort of events in their free time. So we would really like to thank you and show our appreciation for them coming all the way to our corner of the Amazon, and some of them traveled all the way from the coast, so really a long way.
My name is Owi. Osvaldo Ponce. I work in Owi Photo Tours, and I am a volunteer in a very, very nice group of people that the name is Programa de Aves Urbanas, Urban Birds Programs, and we try to educate the people in the communities, in the cities, in the towns, in the small villages, to love birds, and through this love to protect nature. So we are very happy to be here in the boundaries of the Yasuni Park, teaching a nice group of boys and girls. I don't know the ages between 5 to 12, maybe 5 or something, and we are spending here 2 wonderful days teaching about birds and enjoying this amazing place. Most important thing to start to talking in the communities. In some communities in Ecuador, in the Northwest, this kind of work started like 30 years ago. But here in the West, in the East, in some places are starting now, but it's very important. Ala, a ver todos a mover sus alas. Eso, a mover sus alas. A ver, párese.
Vamos a pararnos un rato, estamos mucho
Con las alas, se va a caer. No está con las alas abiertas.
Te la voy a dejar ya puesta. ¿Ahí te sientes bien? ¿Sí?
Yo quiero tu
Actually, I'm studying biology. I'm in the 7th semester. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, in the 7th semester. I'm feeling very excited because I'm sharing some experience with the kids. Actually, the kids are teaching me, and I don't know, it's a new experience to me. I think that these kids will be, I don't know how to say, the young promise, because they live here in Yasuni and they have contact with all the animals, all the plants, and he could teach to the people who came from the city. So it's very crazy to to think about that. It's wonderful to know that you give to us the opportunity to come here and have this experience. It's very, very nice, and I feel very, I don't know how to say that, but I feel excited, and also I feel kind of sad because I know I'm gonna leave this place like tomorrow.
Don't worry, this is not the first time.
we're still planning to do so many other
Seriously,
things.
I
We want to
could.
have volunteers.
Oh.
We want to have. We're going to organize other events. Like we're children. We want to continue doing that with them.
It would be
You will
great.
be invited. We will organize.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
thank you so much, Fredy. No, don't.
During these 2 days, there were different kinds of activities, from crafts to learning about bird anatomy, the different adaptations that birds have, and also their behavior and their role in the ecosystem. So why the children were learning to understand why each of these species is important. And has their place in nature. So following the 2-day community event, we then participated in the global bird count, where the volunteers from POW were also joined by some local guides, and they were recording bird observations on our land and in the neighboring Mandaripanga community.
It's been a very productive day. We have seen, let's say, I'm just estimating 60 species of birds, right? 60 species of bird. That's not bad. So just this morning, we wake up early in the morning before breakfast. We are very hungry. We need to go back and have breakfast. And after that, we will continue. Maybe we're gonna have a 1-hour break and then continue. Maybe we also have a boat. We will also go and try to see and find more species of birds.
Those of you with an eBird account, or you can also create one. So if you do have this account, you can check the bird species checklists from our land on the website, and we'll share the link in the description below. And if you follow our Yasuni project, you'll know that the social component is really a central part of this project. This is because here in the Amazon, perhaps more so than in some of our other projects, the communities who manage big parts of the lands really have a direct influence over what happens to these forests in the long term. So that's why one of our main goals is to partner with the local communities and the local people and support them in building skills and capacity and opportunities for making a sustainable living. So that's why we used this opportunity of this community event as also an upskilling training. So we invited 2 professional chefs to provide refreshments and food for the participants, but also offered to the local people who are interested to come and learn cooking from these professional chefs. So 5 women from our community expressed interest, and over 3 days basically assisted and learned the art of cooking under the guidance of these 2 professional chefs, one of which works in different lodges around the Amazon, and the other one runs a women-owned restaurant that specializes in local cuisine in the main city of Coca. So we will continue with these trainings over the following months with the hope that we will be able to provide more regular employment for these women as we develop ecotourism in the region and bring more people to our land, our volunteers, researchers, etc. So we will be launching our new tour soon, so keep an eye on this space. Unfortunately, we ended the month on a more bitter note as we had a big fire on our land. Luckily, nobody got hurt and there were no major damages. But basically, the grass on the pastures, on the former pastures on our land, caught fire when an electricity pole fell down and there was a shortage. This was also fueled by the fact that it's been extremely dry in the region for the past few months, but overall, as some of you might know, a big part of South America is suffering from a drought that's been going on for over 2 years now. And the grass was extremely dry and it was extremely hot, so the fire just took off and essentially burned the whole pasture that is just overgrown with this invasive grass. yeah, luckily the forest didn't catch fire, and our house also is still standing, thanks to help from our neighbors. So Fredy filmed some videos explaining a bit more. So I'll let him take you on a walk of the burnt pasture.
Hi everyone. Once again, here we are just behind the volunteer house. This is another clear example what can happen if we cut down a lot of forest. When people dedicate to raise cow, and it's kind of dangerous, you know, living around the pasture. This is one of the longest dry season that we have. My dad said, I was just talking with my dad. He's living like 55 years down the Napo region, you know, along the Napo region, which is like from Coca, 3 hours. My dad was telling me just yesterday, in 50 years, this is the second time, the longest dry season. Can you guys imagine? It happened many years ago, before I was born. Usually, this is very rare in the Amazon. In the Amazon, it's very humid. If we talk about the virgin forest, you know, all in my background, you can see the virgin forest never get dry. So I mean, never get dry or burn like this. Never, because it's totally humid. It's kind of wet and on the ground. Previous owner, he planted those grasses here, but was totally dry. You know, we had a rain, but everything was dry. Let's say the grass more or less was, I mean, measuring up like more or less like 2.5 meter high. You know, and on the ground was totally, I mean, very very dry. And with that fire, with that electricity incident, everything is burning up. You can see from this side we are like in the way going to the river, to Tiputini River. Okay, so this is totally, it's nothing green color plants. Look at the small trees. They were food seed provider to the little birds, beautiful color birds, food provider, but not anymore. Not anymore.
This really shows the knock-on effects of deforestation, and really the kind of long-term consequences this can have after the pastures are long abandoned and disused, because the exotic grasses are really aggressive, and they stay around for a long time, and they really prohibit the rainforest from regrowing. So we are now looking into different methods of how we could speed up this rainforest regeneration. So we'll be bringing you more updates as we continue with this restoration work, and thank you for your attention, and I'll see you at the next update in a couple of months. Have a great time until then, and see you soon. Ciao!